You may remember in our last episode, tragically, I had a little incident with lava, but we've actually recovered most of our things, and basically, we've made some further progress with this tunnel. But I need a little break from the nether, so I thought I would pay a visit to a friend. First of all, let me get rid of all these extra items I don't really need. You know, the temptation could be to let all this netherrack despawn, which a lot has, but I think it's always good to have some on here because you never know when you're gonna need it. So we'll leave that there. Okay, we are down this way. Ouch. That was almost bad. Now you know why we need these tunnels to be as large as possible, so you don't have clumsy people like myself crashing into walls. And here we go. Here is our chicken friend. Why don't you... Come on, come on, come on. Move that back. Perfect. The nether is no place for chickens. Oof. I got a little bit dizzy coming out of there. Be free, my chicken friend. Be free. So we are gonna go ahead and fly over to G2Q's shop. And I'm gonna leave her some of these materials because one can never have enough. I don't think she's online, but I think I'm able to leave something here for her. And we'll put our little sign right here. Thanks for everything. Everything. I can't spell. There we go. Another thing I've been meaning to do is take down our little tinker shop that we have here. Oh, what was that? Just the thought of having to move everything is a little bit stressful. But let's go ahead. Well, this is actually empty. And I'll take some of this stuff. Isn't super valuable. But I certainly don't want to waste everything. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in shulker boxes. This is great stuff. This is definitely not something I need to waste here. Well, there's one place I need to go if I'm gonna get some shulkers. So let's go ahead and fly over to the end village. I just realized I do not have enough rockets to get back. Let me go ahead and get some rockets and we will fly over to the end village. And we'll see about going into our shulker farm. I did have a few suggestions from some of the other players as to a possible kind of shop that could be built. So I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit. I'm really excited about it. And here's the end. I'll set my spawn just in case. I don't ever remember seeing this. I know what that is. Oops. I know what that is. That's her duper that she too cute though. If I'm not mistaken, I wanna say that the shulker farm is down this way. So I think I'm on the right path. Alright, we've made it here to the shulker farm here in the end. And we're gonna try to see about collecting as many shulker shells as possible for the relocation of our tinker shop. Alright, there was nothing there. I was just seeing if maybe a player had left some extra shulker shells lying around that they didn't need. But it's okay. We're gonna go ahead and AFK here for a few seconds or a few minutes. And hopefully we'll get enough to be able to move our shop. So I will be right back momentarily. And yeah, that's about it. Well, I've been AFKing here for a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and go down and see what I have collected so far. That just popped out of nowhere. 25 shulker shells. Okay. I was literally here just a few minutes, like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes perhaps. So I'm pretty happy with that. That should be enough to move my little tinker shop to my other tinker shop. And to be safe, I am gonna go ahead and take the train back. Because on my first attempt, I did almost fall out of the world because the server glitched. And I do not want to lose my stuff. I probably should have put this in an ender chest, but it's okay. Well, I've arrived safely to the main part of the end. Oh, no, come back. Oh. I hate it when I do that. I'm not gonna reach it. There it goes. I don't want to leave any minecarts just floating around because I know I will ruin it for everybody else. So before I do any other mistakes, I'm gonna go ahead and go back, and we are gonna hopefully make it safely back to our area where we can go ahead and craft some of these shulkers that we will need. It is always satisfying in Minecraft when you've taken a long time to build. At the moment, it doesn't feel like a big deal, but once you see the progress that you've done and other players have done, it's really something exciting. I'm actually really excited to be taking this down because it shows we're making progress even though we're destroying. Sounds a little bit conflicting, but it's the truth. We're taking down for the progress that's going to be coming. So what I'm going to do next is basically tear this down. So, off with the old and on with the new. Much better. I'm surprised it wasn't as much materials as I thought it was gonna be. I'll go ahead and fill in these cracks, or these holes. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and take this out of here. And we'll go ahead and take our dear friend with us as well. Actually, since we're already here, maybe come closer. Let's go ahead and take this end rod out. Mission complete. Oh, there's a lead. I need that later. Do I reach it? Yes. Perfect. Mission accomplished. Now that area is ready for any future builds that some of the other NovaCrafters are going to build. This is always kind of fun. My only wish is I really wish these happy guests were a lot faster. But they do the job. Let me see where I can tie you. I think he looks fine right there. He looks like a little balloon, but he's so cute. Alright, hotel pretty much finished. Minor details have to be done there. We have our trees that we have to collect some materials for. We tore down our original shop. Not our original shop, our original tinker area. I am going to leave these shulker boxes right here. And I think that will be good for right now. Who else is on this? Someone else is on the server. I think it's G2Q. Let me send her a message. Something at your shop. Thank you for joining me for today's episode. We did quite a few different things today. One thing that we're going to be tackling in our next episode is the relocation of our Prismarine shop that's located currently in Oahu. So I want to do something completely different. I am going to use Prismarine with the build, of course, because that is very important. But I do want to make the build look a little bit more aged. So I am looking forward to that being built over here on this part of our shopping district. Some of these areas are already reserved, so I'm planning on building it right here, close to our autumn tree in the middle plaza. And I think that's going to start tying in some of these shops together. So we have a lot to look forward to in our next episode. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you give me a like. It helps my little channel grow. And if you subscribe, I will be eternally grateful to you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Bye.